All right, we're continuing in our unit on light. We're on page 98 in your workbooks. What happens when light reflects off a rough surface? You've seen that light bounces off smooth surfaces in a predictable way. Most everyday objects, however, are not smooth mirrors. Even this page right here, this page is made up of tiny fibers of paper that form a rough surface for light to bounce off. Yet, it is still visible to you. How does light bounce off rough surfaces? Let's investigate. So for this lab, there's actually not much you need for this lab. Even though it's got a whole list of materials, you really only need the flashlight you've been using. And go ahead and grab some aluminum foil. Just a small piece, big piece, it doesn't really matter. We're going to crumple and straighten the aluminum foil several times. Then we're gonna lean it up against a wall so at an angle so it's leaned slightly toward the table. I'm gonna shine my flashlight at approximately a 45-degree angle. You can do it from 45 degrees upward or downward, which is what I'm going to be doing it onto the white paper, and we're going to record our observations right on the next page. So here we go. I'm going to take my aluminum foil and actually what would be a nice smooth surface to bounce light off of. You can actually see it's almost quite reflective here, going straight into the camera. Some of it's a little bit wrinkled, but some of it's still pretty smooth. But as the instructions say, we're going to actually crumple it up, and open it back up. This is the harder part. Open it back up here, and we're going to see what happens as I move this over to my spot with my paper. We're going to see how the light's going to reflect off of it. All right, so here I've taken my foil, and you can't really tell, but it's actually leaning towards the camera. I have my white paper here to show the reflection after I turn on my flashlight. So I'm going to do that right now. And here's the flashlight right here, and I'm going to kind of shine it around on the foil. And you can't really see, you can. So I'm holding it kind of like here would be our angle of incidence would be 0. And we've got coming up here, you can kind of see on the white paper how the light's reflecting and those rays down there. And now I'm going to turn off my other lamp so you can really see all the light rays. So here we go. Oh, there we go. So you can see all the light rays that are reflecting off the surface of this foil and how that looks onto the white paper. So here's what you want to try and describe in your observations and data in the top box on the next page. And then you're going to need to describe using arrows. What do you think is happening? Follow the light rays. How are they going from the flashlight to this rough surface of foil and to your eyes or down to the paper? All right. Okay, what we just saw with the aluminum foil and the flashlight onto the white paper, you're gonna write your observations right here. You can either draw a picture of what you just saw, if you're not an artist or if that was just a little too difficult to draw. You can just describe it in bullet points or dashes, however you like to describe what it is that you saw. What was the light doing? How was it reflecting? How was the light bouncing? If you could follow each of those light rays from the flashlight, how would they be acting? Now remember, the law of reflection still applies, even if the surface has many bumps, like our foil did. So here's what we're going to do is to sketch a model of the light reflecting off the aluminum foil. And please include any light rays before or after the reflection. Okay, so here I've already drawn my flashlight right here, our foil over here, and I've started the light rays, but I'd like you to continue them and go ahead and show me how the light rays are bouncing off. Finally, we're going to conclude this lab with answering some questions. In what direction did the light reflect? You can use your own answer, or you can continue my started sentence here. The light reflected in which direction from the foil? And you can even continue to tell me why. Why is it doing that? Number 10, does light reflect off of a surface if there's no image formed? Now by image, we talked previously about real images and virtual images. That would be like your reflection that you saw in a mirror. That's an image. Does light reflect off a surface even if there's no image formed? We're not seeing any images as we showed light through, shine light at the foil. We didn't see an image. Is light still reflecting? Explain. So you're going to say yes or no, and then tell me why you thought that.